called Thor. This is a story about being inside. So, everyone involved in the Wiccan Sweat Lodge wanted to be a Viking, or already believed they came from the direct line of Odin, father of the gods. If an inmate was blessed with a red beard or a clean jacket, a list of admirable crimes that he wore into prison, and a lost soul, he could become a potential shot caller, or clan leader, if you will. The Native Americans had their own sweat lodge at the prison, so the Wiccan contingency, kind of a mixed bag of Viking bikers, skinhead, and redneck white supremacists, lobbied for and eventually received their sweat lodge. The warden caved, deciding it was easier to allow for freedom of religion and all that nonsense. All the misguided whiteys that queued up to be honorary Vikings proved to be a boon for the resident skinhead tattoo artist. With a makeshift tat gun, he would ink intricate Norse designs and an array of shockingly racist themes. Some were in need of new limbs for lack of real estate. The lodge member's demands enabled him to live large in a very small way for the remainder of his prison sentence. The Viking industry proved to be lucrative for me as well. Working in the special projects section of the prison furniture factory, I was the go-to guy when it came to the manufacturing of miniature Thor's magical hammer pendants. Which were to be worn around the Nordic necks on a piece of macrame string. This added some lackluster bling for this group that I referred to as the Thor skins. The pendant was a required tool and necessary symbol for fighting the miniature evil spirits that emanated from the prison sweat lodge. No self-respecting Viking redneck peckerwood skinhead meth head would be caught dead without his mighty warrior's hammer. I was an equal opportunity opportunist. I set up my miniature hammer shop on the sly, turning out enough of the mighty magical hammers to satisfy the hordes. No one outside the hallowed circle knew what earth-shattering wonderments took place in the lodge meetings. That was privileged information. But I imagined them sitting in a circle sweating, with my handcrafted hammers between thumb and forefinger, bonking each other over their Viking heads and letting out mighty roars. For their offering to the gods, there were no animals to slaughter or sacrifice. Some secretly voted for Hebrew national hot dogs, momentarily putting their racism aside, knowing that that meat was of superior quality and had already answered to a higher authority. It was decided to make do with substandard prison dogs roasted on a stick over their open fire pit. This would be an acceptable second choice as voted by the Viking Council. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. What would Odin do?